first phase. Like the offlane, like jump, wave clear and stuff. So if you show it very early,
Start
then they can
the
count.
stream, Fred. All right. Sorry, geez, didn't mean to cut you off. Just checking here. We got Dire Team Justin first picking, correct? Dire Team. All right. All right. Game 2, upper bracket. Team Hanju going up game 1. Let me just check that I've got this right. Someone tell me, please. I'm super anxious about this. Excellent. Welcoming back Tucker. Kenny, are you here with us?
Yes.
Excellent. Welcome back. Let's kick off like a really quick summary of how you think last game played out. Was it won and lost in the draft, Kenny?
I believe so, yeah.
Fair enough.
I think
Was it won and lost on the Druid pick? Can I ask then?
I think the Druid pick played a large part in it.
Yeah.
But I think team also played well in the early game, making sure that Jay didn't get the farm up. But yes, they by putting the Druid last, I think they put themselves on a bit of a timer.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to be able to control Tim's pick, but Tucker, what do you want this second draft to solve in terms of the last game? What problems pose in game 1 that I think Lockdown5eva need to fix?
I think if they want to go for an early tower push, then they need committal as well, and for Jay to get a better lane.
Yep. It did feel like, well, mid lane was almost tied, top lane was heavily lost, and bot lane was kind of a neutral as well. I mean, that Bear got.
I don't think top lane was heavily lost because Popcat dying twice is actually pretty bad for him.
That's true.
Yeah,
he started managed to come back.
Yes, okay.
He still came out with 5k gold, I think, which is decent.
Yeah, but considering the lane, he should have been like very strong. He didn't have enough
like
mana regen.
He should have demolished the lane. That was the disappointed Asian parent.
Yeah.
So yeah, stronger lanes, Tucker. What else?
Yeah. Oh, so it's interesting they changed up the ban for the drow now. So they
let the lash through. Yeah. I mean, that's what I love about a first phase like that. It disrupts later drafts as well. Like, I really want to see that from Team Lockdown5eva, right? Like, let's get a first phase pick that's going to mess with some of these bans.
You have to, I think, because when you're second pick, as I said, you get the last pick in phase 2 with 2 bans, and you get the ultimate last pick as well. So you should. I feel like you're throwing away.
Come on.
I feel like you're throwing away your advantage if you don't.
Yeah, for sure. Jakiro, the lap Oz 4, I believe, but also the deny pick on Casper, who was, more than his fair share of team control there. What else is in Casper's pool? Does anyone know?
Lion. Yeah, Lion, Witch Doctor are the two that come to my mind.
Yeah, but I mean, both those. I mean, obviously, Lion's a great hero, but what Jakiro provides in terms of all those things like catch, CC, magic damage. He's a medicine, the Jakiro. I think it's a great counter pick.
Yeah, the fact that it affects, it has just AoE spells in general. So
yeah,
you just throw it in one direction and hope it hits.
Yeah, for sure. Also, he's tanky, right? Makes a difference.
Yeah, he has very good stats, strength gain, so that makes a very big difference.
Yeah, last game we saw Hanju pick off the Disruptor too many times.
Oh, Void Spirit, good point. That's Craves. For sure.
First phase Void, so we're seeing another first phase pick here from Hanju and friends. They probably won't be picking the Puppy Cat as well, and they do have last picks. They'll probably reserve that for him. Although, they have been. I've seen them pick supports in their last pick a few times.
What's the strategy behind picking Void Spirit first? Like, we know Crave's a bit more flexible than most people.
Why he thinks they're just going to ban it out. Yeah, just pick it now. But I'm interested that I thought Storm would be his more comfortable hero out of the 3 spirits. Well, Ember, of course, but like it's banned. But he picks the Void Spirit.
Probably second most comfortable.
He's practiced it a lot more lately.
Yeah, but his Storm is definitely his most comfortable. But I think
definitely.
And he was first phase picking Storm in the last TD, right? So interesting that we haven't really seen much of that this round.
Well, it's always been banned, but I guess Storm kind of gets countered more.
I think it's easier to hard counter a Storm than a
Yeah.
Kenny, what do you want to see on the off lanes?
I think Disruptor's not a bad pick because like he can just trap the void and stop the bloody Witch Doctor from casting his ulti.
That is true.
Like it's not a bad pick. If you pick Disruptor, it's good. Like Disruptor's also like solid all round. Can lane very well.
But you don't want to pick it here if you die because this is your first pick advantage.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
where you want to cheese. You do not want to pick a Disruptor here.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Kenny, what were you saying?
I think Lightstalker is a pretty good pick here. If you were to pick an offlane here, disrupts for Lockdown5eva.
Yeah.
Science does very well against Void Spirit. Science also does very well against Witch Doctor.
Oh, Justin's Leshrac. Nice. They're going for like a push. I think maybe a push strat based on just like 2 heroes, of course. But
I think this is really smart by Justin's team. In terms of the fact that they started drafting to counter or to react to the lanes rather than like picking just them late as they usually do.
Yeah.
They know Tim's going to be mid for sure, so they just might as well just pick his hero now.
Yeah.
Because they know the lane matchup already.
Yep,
And
I think that's a good strat.
we've been calling for the Justin first phase pick for the last 2 hours. So it's great to see it come out to the shore.
I think it's a good we talked about first phase pick Justin. He's done it.
He's done it, Ray. We got it. Christmas.
We got it.
Part of Christmas Boxing Day gift will be a much more active on Milo. Although his disruptor was great. Like you said, it's a really great tool against the Void Spirits. So we might be seeing it once again. Night Stalker on Lockdown5eva. What do you guys think about the offlane for Hanju and Friends? Kenny, Tucker, thoughts?
Might see a Sand King. It's not a bad Sand King game.
Yeah, it's good. Instant lockdown against Lash is usually pretty strong. So Sand King is pretty good.
We will see the Magnosaurus.
Mag as some BKB counters.
Yeah, for sure. We didn't really see the BKB piercing counters last game. And Quap had a free game, right? Like, I don't remember Quap getting caught. Maybe I think there was one slam that kind of caught her out.
That was that top lane.
Yeah. But other than that, she really kind of like did whatever the fuck she wanted, right? Especially once she had the BKB. Slaughter's not bad. It does have the bash to go through the BKB, but hey.
Anti-mage ban here. Do you think it's a Medusa coming?
They've already banned
Medusa.
No, that's just a Jay special. We know that Jay's gonna rice right at this point, right? You got the Lesh, so you know Jay's gonna go hard rice. So the other heroes, I mean, what do you think? Like, what do you think about the PL ban? Like, there's some other pretty scary heroes in the pool that Jay could really run away with if Justin buys him the space.
I think Jay doesn't really like PL that much, but I think PA is the one you really want to get rid of.
Yeah, he'll probably get PA if it's not banned.
Yeah, Kenny, what do you think about early picking a PA if you've still got things like Viper in the pool and stuff like that?
I think it's fine. PA is not too bad in terms of like you don't get super hard counter because PA you can always just throw daggers until like it's safe to go in. I think that's also like pretty valuable in terms of you can always choose your engagement as PA rather than getting like forcing yourself to jump in.
Yeah. And the Lesh, Tucker, your thoughts? What kind of we know the Lesh Jakiro, and we're probably going to see a pretty ricey carry from Justin. What do you think Jimmy's going to play? He's not going to play. Do you reckon they might try and outpace as well, or do you reckon they're going to go late?
They usually pick a late game carry for Jimmy, especially if Crave's the one playing mid, making space. So I think it's safe to say something like a Luna might come out. I don't think he plays Terrorblade, so Terrorblade would be another great pick, I think. But
safe lane sniper.
NG, do you have any percentages there on Jimmy's hero pool?
Yeah, 1 second.
Thank you. And we're getting our third pick coming through. The Void's been like heavily featured in the bans because we've got both Jimmy and Jay not afraid to play it.
Lifestealer maybe would be a good, not a bad pickup against the Leshrac, against the Jakiro.
Could still be PA here. Copycat does play PA.
Yeah, PA, Lifestealer, Phantom Lancer, Ursa.
I don't think PL will
Ursa's
come out.
banned, but like yeah,
not a good PL game.
Yeah. So anyway.
Here we go. Here we go.
The 3 games that Jimmy lost were the Luna, Wraith King, and Sniper, which we talked about already.
Yeah.
He was counted in the carry department on 2 of those games, and then the Sniper safe lane just didn't feel very good.
Interesting. And what is win rates on everything? He's just been undefeated on every
Well,
other hero.
undefeated on the Medusa, 3 out of 3. Drought, 2 out of 2.
Oracle.
Oh,
Nice
Ray
pick.
Ho.
PL, PA.
Right.
So Ray
So
Ho
that's
going
the
back
Ray
to
Ho Oracle,
Team.
which actually it was the Oracle buyback that was the defining moment in the other game. Now that I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saving Puppycat twice.
It was, yeah, which is fantastic, which I'm really keen to see. Sorry, NG, keep going. What else were you saying? So 3 on Dusa.
Oh, 2 on Drow, and then Void, Faces Void, PL and PA. 1 game on each. Those are all the
Dusa's
heroes
gone.
he's won with.
Drow's gone. Void's gone. So PL, and what was the other winning hero? PA.
Void and PA,
Yeah.
It's at least PA.
I mean, and Jimmy does, like Stu said, Jimmy does play a lot of Lifestealer as well. And great against this magic damage
I
here.
would really like to see Jay pick up PA, just a night pick.
Oh, good prediction by me. Disruptor.
Because I think HJAF are in trouble if Lockdown5eva would get PA.
Why do you think Lockdown5eva banned the Shadow Demon?
Might just be annoying. To be honest with you, like we ban it in our team because
I think Shadow Demon is pretty annoying for Lesh because you just ult him and then he can't run at you.
No, that's fair enough.
I like this disruptor pick. I really like this disruptor pick. It's good. It counters a lot, not counters, but it really disrupts in the name. Those 3 heroes.
I think Milo picking up Disruptor this game was like $1.10. Oh wow, Dawnbreaker.
Dawnbreaker, something we haven't seen much in TD. Nice.
So Windy on the Dawn, I presume, not a carry Dawn. Although I'd love to see carry Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn again, great hero. Join fights anywhere, anytime.
Is it a great hero, Kenny? Is it a great hero? You don't like it, or you don't like playing it?
I think it needs some sort of setup.
Yeah, I feel like it's not
your other cores need, or like your support or your mid has to be the one starting fights, right?
Right, you're not initiating, right?
Correct. So, absolutely not. You're counter initiating.
So I guess given the
Hanju's-
carries, same thing coming out here, but given the carries that are left in the pool, I think Dawnbreaker sets up with PA, right? That's the last hero that has a good strike to be able to set up something for the Dawn.
I think it's even, like, to be honest, even with the PA, it's quite hard. Like,
no stun, right?
Yeah, you
doesn't want to
some
go
sort of
in
lockdown,
first,
some
though.
stun, like for Dawn. It's just really hard.
Like
maybe a Slark, something like that. I don't know.
Does Jay play?
Sven.
Just hard rice, hit hard once, and then delete the team.
Sven is okay, but I think he is quite
Oracle.
susceptible to being kited by Tim's team.
Yeah,
It helps with quite kitey.
Another hero that's in Jay's pool is a troll. Do you think we'll see that come out?
I don't know.
Yes,
I don't think it'll work in some.
You don't want to play troll into the kite of like Oracle.
You want something that can backline jump, I feel. Even a Slark.
They need someone to pop this Oracle before it gets resolved.
PA is probably the best pick, but I think HJAF might pick it up.
Chaka, what have you got for Jimmy there?
Jimmy, I'm still looking.
I mean, it's going to come down to either a
maybe Wraith King for Hanju.
Hanju's already picked Sand King.
No.
I think Wraith is a pretty good carry for Jay.
Oh, you reckon for Jay?
Yeah, he hits that
fake
face.
initiation, Dawnbreaker into it, and then Justin to run at the team.
Yeah, it does feel like they need a blink stun on Jay's team, right?
It rounds it up.
Yeah. Good call. Well done, NG.
And then I think Lifestealer, right? I think Fierce said Lifestealer is a good pick for
I think Lifestealer is a pretty good pick for
which would destroy the Wraith King.
Yeah.
It feels bad playing to Disruptor though. You have to live through the. They have a lot of damage.
If you position well, like they don't really have catch for him. Like you can't glimpse the Lifestealer, and they don't have hard stuns for him.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick.
Everything off.
I think Radiant pick of Lifestealer would be a really good pick.
Does Jimmy play it?
He's played it a bit.
Yeah, Jimmy plays Lifestealer. Yeah,
he's played it.
Cool.
It's in my data sheet. Yep.
No, he plays it a fair bit.
I think Tiny's also not too bad.
Oh, Weaver. They need to jump with Oracle.
Yeah, that is backline jump.
Yeah.
He's backline jump.
I feel like Weaver's hasn't done that well in the TDs. Maybe it's just we haven't seen it much, but yeah, as like position 1, it's not the strongest position 1 that I know, but maybe because I've seen pretty weak Weavers.
I think Tiny would be a pretty good pick here for Jimmy.
Yeah, I think Tiny would be great.
Yeah.
Just like one shot people, right?
Super tanky.
Does he play
super
tiny though?
Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Nice.
All right, let's round out the draft. Your thoughts, Kenny and Tucker?
I would have to give this to HJAF.
To who?
Anju.
100 friends.
Yeah. And Tucker?
It was looking 50-50, but yeah, I still think the weave is not enough for lockdown.
NG?
Feel like to be different, Team Milo has a chance.
Danny?
Yeah, I like 100 fans because I don't really like this Dawnbreaker in the draft for the other team. It doesn't really fit.
There's no synergy.
Yeah, it's like you're baiting Justin. That's the team fight.
Like someone had to get going on for the Dawnbreaker to actually be useful, basically. Whereas that you want, like on Jay's team, you want someone to like start the fight for them, and no one can actually do that job for them on their draft.
Do you think like lockdown strategy is actually just? I think their strategy has to be to take objectives. They can take towers and buildings a bit faster than I think 100 and friends, but that's going to have to be their play. I think they can't.
This is like this is a very similar. It has to be played very similar to what they did last game. Like, I think they're on a bit of a time.
Objectives, yeah. They have to push in and put pressure onto the other team. Otherwise, it goes too late. They miss their timing and it's game over.
I mean, if Weaver jumps the backline, can Dawn jump in that scenario to destroy their backline first?
It's such a long channel though. Like it's not that immediate. I don't know.
Even with the backline,
yeah, you need a lockdown into the.
It would be nice if you had a Sand King or a Wraith King, like to come down on.
I mean, with the bugs, it's probably okay because they're trying to hit the bugs.
Yeah, maybe. But also the Dawn Heal. The Dawn Heal's really good if you've got a hero like a Wraith King. But with the Weaver running around like that, who are you going to come down on? Like,
I think the main issue is that even if the Weaver goes on the backline there, like I think the 3 cores are enough to take down the cores of Justin's team.
You know what? Screw you guys. I want to see more Dawnbreaker. I'm on team.
I was going to come to you last, Ray, the chaotic neutral, and of course you've gone
chaotic neutral.
Yeah, excellent. All right, let's kick off the draft. Thank you. You did. I was going to say you joined NG. All right, thank you, Tucker. Thank you, Kenny. Let's move into the draft. Immediate yellow line being drawn out there by Oracle. So, game 2. Hanju and friends up again, looking to 2-0 and move straight into the upper bracket finals. Very exciting stuff. Meanwhile, obviously, Team J trying to, Team Milo trying to make the comeback here. Smoke at bot as they start sliding upwards.
Craig drew a WTF on the map because that smoke was super late. They only did it when they got to the shrine already.
Yeah, okay.
So
they might catch him out.
And Hanji needed to be in front, and I think Hanji was a bit slow.
But he's here, and he's front, and he's leading the pack, and they're going to get broken by the Jakiro. He's going to jump forward.
He's AFK.
Oh, he's AFK. He gets death there. The Void catch, the Witch Doctor stun, the Avalanche from the Tiny. Can he get away? I certainly hope not.
Oh, Tim gets first blood.
Tim playing with his food before he gets that final kill, which is amazing there, but he gets the first kill there.
Yeah, he must be really happy. He loves getting that first blood.
Really?
He's so mad when someone else takes it.
Probably tilts him, right?
I mean, fair enough. He's not
eating going for more. They're going for more. He wants a second blood here. There's the Avalanche. There's another stun. Can Tim get a second one here? Oh, there's the escape.
Oh, there's no regen on this Dawnbreaker list. I mean, like,
I think securing the first blood is huge on Tim.
But not just that, sending Dawnbreaker back to the fountain as well. That's rough. That's a rough start there.
Just a TP. You'll miss maybe 1 or 2 creeps.
So, fuck you mentioned that first blood in being important, but do you think if Crave starts missing range creeps, he'll get double tilted because he got first blood and it was losing the lane?
Is he going to miss range creeps? I think it's fine.
I think he's alright.
I don't think you will. All right, let's look at the mid lane. We've got Justin and Leshrac versus the Void Spirit of Tim. Danny, how does this lane play out?
I think it's fine. It's not the worst lane for Void Spirit. Most of the time you're just like kind of farming until you hit your 6 and you may have kill potential. And if he ever steps on the creeps, you just Ether Remnant and do a lot of harass. Other than that, yeah, just farm.
I would really like to see a tip come out there on Crave when he basically missed his Remnant. Like that would have been a great psychological play by Justin. But
Yeah, I've got to say the trash talk
another
game.
one.
The trash talk game has been poor from both these teams.
Come on, Justin. You got to use everything to your advantage.
Let's go to the top lane here now. We've got Weaver, Jay's Weaver, and Milo reprising his disruptor from game one. Hanju on his all-time all-star Sanking after getting MVP for game one, and Witch Doctor Casper having had his Jakira stolen by Lap. Top lane. What do you think, Ray?
I mean, like, it's a pretty good kill lane with like Witch Doctor and Sand King. It's really hard to kill the Weaver here, but they could probably get some kills on Milo. If they get a good sentry placement and they catch Jay using Tsukuchi to go in, that is another kill that they can pull off.
Yeah.
But outside of that, Weaver does do strong in lanes. So if Jay plays aggressive enough, he should be able to win the lane.
He missed the Maledict. Else that would have been
on the disruptor there.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, these lanes have been pretty passive from Hanju from the last few that I've seen. And Jay's always happy to trade farm. So the action lane, if we go to the bot lane, which we've seen from time to time, maybe not in this game, Tiny Jimmy, Oracle Ray, Windy on the Dawnbreaker, and Lap on the Jakiro. Danny, how does this lane pay out?
I don't know, finally. Because Oracle can just purge off the Jakiro burn, right? Same
Boring.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to kill him. Oracle. 100% Oracle. Let's go. Let's get more Oracle picks.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think they're bursting on these two tanky boys.
We're seeing Windy miss his woof woof wop, whatever it's called. But Oracle and Jakiro, what was it called? Starbreak. Thank you, Tucker. But Oracle and Jakiro quite happily trading damage there. Top lane definitely feels like it's the one where there's going to be a kill. The Witch Doctor's really chunking into the health of the Disruptor there.
He's doing good.
I didn't realize his base damage was that high. 63.
So what's interesting here is like Jay went for 2 points in Germinate attack over 2 points in Chikuchi.
Greedy.
Yeah, like I'm not a fan. Like I tend to keep Germinate attack level 1 at the start and do like a Swarm, Max Chikuchi, and Germinate. So it's like one build.
Meanwhile, bot Ray's actually going to go down here.
Oh
yes.
No!
Go Team Dawnbreaker.
What happened there? Did you see it, Danny?
Yeah, it was just a bit out of position. Got caught by the hammer, followed up by stun, and just a lot of damage.
Yeah, fair. I mean, Dawn does pack a punch, right?
Yeah. Can be a bit hard to land the spells if you don't set up, but I guess the burn was enough to slow him down. Slow the Oracle down.
Just a comment. I feel like Jay and Milo could easily kill the Witch Doctor. Like Disruptor has so much damage with that Thunder Strike.
And as you say that, Weaver's coming forward onto the Disruptor, but Disruptor also gets popped at the same time under the Sandstorm, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but Hanju getting the kill first, so Casper getting a little bit of XP.
Or Jay getting more XP.
We see Justin's small cap blocked in the mid lane there. I'm not sure who dropped that. It might have been on the back of the First Blood.
It was.
Yeah. And as usual...
What is big camp too?
Oh, he's looking to get the rune there. And this really deep Observer Ward in the Radiant Triangle as well. Not sure who dropped that, probably when they picked up their runes, but...
I think
looking
Milo probably would have. He normally does that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting because, like, no one can really farm stacks that early.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just scouting it out anyways.
Might be a ward wasted, perhaps. Top lane, Hanju taking a fair bit of damage there. But the stun of the Maledict landing onto the Disruptor, not really paying for it though. Witch Doctor taking a whole lot of harass there as they walk off.
Wow. Crave had his
There we go.
And there's the first tip of the series.
There we go.
What did he have on that?
I'm not sure. Oh,
I think it was just his nulls, but he ran through the tower.
He got his nulls in. I guess that's alright. 6-minute power rune coming up. Let's see who wins the 50-50.
It's always Tim, isn't it? So are we saying it's
pulling creeps behind the tower, and then Justin was in front, so he just killed the courier.
Oh, Craven trouble here.
Lots of damage being traded there.
He
Oh
hits the
no!
bottle though. That's pretty sad for Justin.
As we speak, Hanju dies again to the combo there. So not expecting the Hanju death. Again, we're missing that. Getting so fixated in this battle for the ages. At bot there, Tiny getting a fair bit of harass, and he's going to die to the Dawnbreaker. Sitting around on no mana and 40% health again. Danny's pet hate.
Go team, Dawnbreaker.
You gotta buy items to win the lane, right?
Yeah. And here we go. The Oracle taking a lot of damage too, but Windy
What's
choosing
that?
not to dive on the tower. I reckon he could have got that kill.
How does Concat not go for
Oh,
a
Casper
Milo
going down
just
the
got
top
the
lane.
My Soul Ring wasn't cooldown.
Oh, but there's a turnaround here from the stun.
Oh, and Casper
No
decides to
damage.
stay though. He could have walked away, but he turns. The glimpse back.
This could be 2 kills here. There's no
I'm not
sandstorm
sure if they get the
available.
damage if they. Oh my god.
Shoot on Jay.
They've got the damage.
Should.
Disruptor is pumping it out with the Thunderstrike. He's got 2 points in
Problem
that.
is lane for raid is that like if you don't have the sandstorm, you have no damage for that melody.
So the thing is about this top lane is the Sentry Ward and the Ward battle, right? Like any Sanking lane that's in double range basically goes around and revolves around being able to win the Sentry fight.
Yeah. And Milo's invested 300 gold into securing that top, hasn't he?
Yeah, really good play here by Milo. Like he understands that. He understands that as long as they have the Sentry vision, like they actually double probably.
They're going on Tiny Bot again. Ice Path into Starbreaker. A fair bit of chip damage. Gets down to 30%, but he walks it off in the end. Yeah, that's, I mean, Milo doing Milo things. He is probably going to get Water of the tournament so far, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
I would think so.
I don't think so. He's been playing really well.
And he'll be quite chuffed to hear that. I think he takes a lot of pride in his Ward game. He gets a bit upset when we miss it on the camera work.
Don't worry, we saw the one where you watered in the trees.
Yeah. So talking about wards, take a look at the triangle here. Milo getting his observer ward down.
Yeah, he had that one from the start.
Yeah. Like this is really good.
But we were talking about like with their team not really having stack clearers. I guess it's just Hanju. Not sure if that's
Tiny
got
has
the
a
value.
ton of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
later on, but the
Later on,
ward
yeah.
there is very early.
Yeah, if he done it like now, I think it would have been interesting. Mid matchup's going pretty passively, except for that courier kill. Crave out slightly ahead.
Oh, go team, Dawnbreaker going for another kill at bot.
Relentless here. Oh no, Ray, rest in
Stick
peace.
charges.
Oh, the stick charge. And the missed ice path, unfortunately.
Still a
from
soul
that
ring
there.
and a wand here. I think he's still going for it.
Yeah, Windy smells blood. He's under tower range. Oh no, he's healed himself to drop the
The
health. but
top
he's gonna-
lane.
So much action.
Oh,
Windy Dawnbreaker.
oh, Dawnbreaker.
No, top lane.
Oh, they get the Weaver.
Look at
Yeah.
the Weaver, that's huge. Weaver does not like dying early.
Rotation from Tim though for that. Meanwhile, Justin continues to farm.
Jay's really going to start hurting soon though. He's going to have a Maelstrom soon. That's going to hurt.
Also, he maxed Gemini attack instead of Shikuchi. I feel like if he didn't do that, he might have lived there.
Yeah, like I would have gone more Shikuchi. Like you could actually be far more aggressive with it because you can take those aggressive positions.
You also do far more. Well, yeah, exactly.
Well, he rushed
Do
his
far
out
more
there. Maybe
damage.
that's why he went Max Gemini.
I still think Shikuchi's still the way to go.
He's already
it
got
is a
his
bit weird.
Maelstrom.
Especially when you're winning the ward battle at top. Like you know they can't have detection on you.
Yeah.
Also, Hanju like using his soul ring all the time. I feel like he's costing him. Like he's dying for it.
Triple
That's gonna be
stacks
really
in the
big
triangle.
stacks.
Yeah. Screaming to be stolen. Hanju
And
not
look,
doing any
that's
damage
not-
but taking some harass from the stacks. And he's soul rings and he's
Oh,
gonna
Windy!
sandstorm farm it.
I just love how Windy's playing this lane.
Yeah, he's playing incredibly
gives-
aggressive.
He gives no fucks. He's just going for it.
And Milo being cheeky, is taking the XP at top.
Yeah, that's some real TI stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that's smart. Really smart play. And I think it's that ward sort of paying off. Like, I mean, he knew the stacks were coming, so he knew they would take him eventually. If they say missing Sanking, he's probably taking stacks.
And he's got his level 6 off it. Almost level 7.
And he even goes and replaces the ward. He's got to see when he goes takes the ancient
And
stack,
bot
right?
Tim said enough, so he's rotated bot, pops the Dawnbreaker, and he's about to kill the Jakiro too, and Ray takes the kill as tax.
Oh, Crave ruining the Dawnbreaker lane.
Got a nice start there. 5.2 net worth compared to the 4.4 of Justin. Just what Team Crave needs, with lanes not really going their way at this point. We see the Witch Doctor ult up top, and Weaver getting off his ult but still dying.
Huge ult.
Double kill from Caspar.
Wow.
That's a really interesting last minute and a half, really swinging the game back in the way of the Radiant. We had a double kill bot and a double kill top.
So I missed that. Was that the low level Shikuchi coming into play?
Yes.
It might have been.
Yeah, I think so. It just didn't have it off cooldown, right?
Yeah.
You can also use it to dodge spells. So.
That said, he was under the sentry there at top, so I'm not sure. Dawnbreaker ult being used onto Tim, nothing off it though.
Oh wow, this is a brain play from Tim.
5-man rotation. Oh, and he gets the invis.
But they have dust though.
They've got the dust.
He's wasting so much time though.
Face created.
Yeah, they just committed 5 heroes there.
I think that's a big brain play. Justin will be rotation. No.
I'm not sure what for. Well, surely they're gonna have to push down top on the back of that. Team Milo deciding the laning phase is now over. They've got the Chikiro, they've got the Leshrac, and they're gonna say, we're gonna take your mid tower. Is it worth defending? We've got the Oracle, the Tiny, and the Witch Doctor come forward. The stun from the Witch Doctor only clipping the Dawnbreaker, and Tim walking off the Maledict there.
I think no blink on Sanking. You don't want to take fights yet.
Blink's still 900 gold away, and Justin retreats back to the small camp. His small camp once again blocked. So much mischief going on in this game. His pos 4s in their wards. All your base belong to us. Tiny farming that ancient stack with some difficulty, looking for a tree to pick up.
I think we're going to need a bit of a post-game interview after that 5-man rotation. We've got to ask the question, did Justin scream in Discord?
Everyone come mid now. And everyone just decided to follow. What's the big timings coming up here? We've got the blink on the Sand King. Leshrac. Is he bought something or he just got something? He's got his Yules. Smoke from the Dire. Milo leading the way, headed towards the triangle. They've got the ward. They know Jimmy's there. They know he's not much health. He's on 30% health. Justin walks uphill. Yules stun, and this is surely a dead Tiny. Will they push for more? That repeat ward from Milo paying dividends. Can we just say so far an early push for MVP in the game? What do you think, Danny?
I'm pretty sure they saw that smoke with the Radiance Deep Ward, right? So I don't know what Popcat's farming.
Oh dear. You're saying the MVP is the throw?
Yeah. The lack of map awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
But nah, props to Milo.
Props to Milo. Still clumping as 3 in the mid lane, and still not having taken that top tower, sitting on what 15-20% health for the last couple of minutes, which is surprising. Void Spirit rotating bot.
I do like what Justin's doing this game right now. Like, it's a bit different from his other game. Oh. What happened?
Got baited by the illusion.
It happens to the best of us. Milo, you're still in MVP contention. Don't worry.
Does anyone have views on Weaver's itemization? He queued up the diffusal and now he's gone Crystallis. Does he not think he needs some HP or something this game?
I think he's thinking on the level 10 talent, right, for HJAF.
Yeah, he's also decided he's just going to rice it and go for the damage, right?
No treads or anything
like that? But I'm more interested in the fact that he doesn't have boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you normally get treads, right?
You don't have to buy it if you're getting a free lane, I guess.
I mean, he's died now. It's not actually a free lane.
Yeah, and the real question is not no boots. It's should boots have come before the Chrysalis, right? You can see the Maelstrom coming before boots, but then the Chrysalis as well.
Yeah. I'd probably get the treads mainly because just judging on the timing that your team is going to hit, you're going to want to be coming online pretty early fighting and getting probably the majority of gold, honestly, from kills in this game. Like, yes, there's the creeps, but I feel like the way that your draft is set up, you're going to want to be pushing down towers, you're going to want to be killing people. You want to be pretty active, like less so of the Rise of Jada we're used to.
Yeah. Team Team Hanju grouping up mid to try and take a push on that middle tower. Lap dropping the Macropire, and the glimpse back onto
Glimpse,
Jimmy.
Milo.
Here comes the
Oh.
Dawnbreaker ult. Milo almost blown up, but he gets away with it. The Witch Doctor ult going to finish him off. Meanwhile,
Team actually cancelled the Dawnbreaker ult there.
yeah, unreal. Didn't even see that. The Oracle saving Jimmy there, and the full duration Sand King ult coming through onto Justin. He's walking it off though, but here comes Tim. Tim finishes off the Leshrac, finishes off the Jakiro. Jay picks up the kill on Lap, and he might get Hanju as well, which is a slight throw.
I think he's going to get Poppycat here. He should get Poppycat here.
And he's going to get a third kill. I reckon if Hanju didn't go back in, Jay would have walked off with 2 less kills. Lucky.
Oh, man, you saw him use Avalanche.
He might have got
She's gone for
Poppycat if he had boots. So it was just a bit
yes.
Wow, so yeah, you called it. The cancelled Dawnbreaker ult there, I think probably would have made a big difference, right? The heal save. Oh, what the fuck's going on? Milo getting picked off, unfortunately, again, in mid.
So I think we talked about like how they were initiated into these team fights, and I think from that we finally got the answer for it. Milo will be the one who's being initiating on, right? Milo's the one that's getting jumped on. So solid Guardian on Milo. That's the strat.
Yeah,
He doesn't survive long enough for that, I guess.
That's the problem, isn't it?
And like Tim cancelled the ult, so like.
Don't worry, next time.
Jay proving that when he wants to make a point, he does it all in, going for the Daedalus before the treads, sending a giant fuck you to the casting team.
He's not going to get boots. He doesn't have it now.
I think Jay's in this for the long game, right? He's waiting for the 60-minute force boost to drop.
He's
This
proving a point.
actually happened in one of my rank games. Weaver did exactly the same build.
Oh no, Hanju misses the stun up top.
It seems so greedy.
He misses a point blank stun, unfortunately, onto the Weaver, and Weaver happily farms under.
It did seem greedy, but it felt actually not too bad. Like, the Weaver was always around in fights. I don't know.
As long as he goes in and kills the supports in 2 shots, it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as he carries a TP, which he isn't.
Also, I feel like this team, Leshrac has so much damage. Do you necessarily need this much on the Weaver?
It's more so the Lesh can't go into the Oracle. It's hard for the Lesh to run in and pump the back line. So
I think the idea here for Weaver is catch, basically. He's going to be going in, he's going to be killing these people, and catching them with damage. He's just going to be finishing them all off.
Yeah.
3 heroes top trying to bait the Weaver, but the sixth sense of Jay gets him to pull back into his jungle. Can we talk about the Void Spirit? He is top of the net worth, 9.2, 400 gold ahead of the very, very rich Weaver. He's got TP boots and a Kaya, and another 2,200 gold to boot. What's the next item? And will this lead be critical in there, or it doesn't matter for Team Hanju?
It could be an Orchid. It could. I reckon he might go the Orchid just to kill Jay.
Axe gives silence.
Axe.
It's huge, yeah.
He's tossing it between Sanj and Axe, for sure.
Yeah, alright, Axe it is.
An early Ags would be pretty critical with the Weaver, right? You could punish that lack of boots.
It is.
Smoke up top, and the TP of the Void Spirit onto the lane to show. They're wrapping right around. Jay goes for the bait, because he loves it. And he shows immediately. Here comes a Hanju stun, catches him.
Oh, that's
does the Void.
Right.
He's dead before the Dawnbreaker comes in. And in fact, that Dawnbreaker might go down too as well if he doesn't get out.
Hey, wait,
So
Jay got his time lapse off.
Jay got time lapse off, but he didn't get his health back.
I think the stun. I thought they blew him up.
No,
He
look, it's
actually
on
got the
cooldown.
time lapse off, yeah.
Oh, it's on cooldown. That's unreal.
Oh,
The
Jay
sun wasn't that long.
being ruined by Volvo here, I feel.
I think it probably went off at the same time as Void's ult went off. I
Yeah.
don't know, it's something weird happened.
Yeah,
There must be something in the mechanic of time lapse.
I guess he got time lapse into next game.
There goes mid tower. There is no next game, unfortunately for them, if they lose this. And mid tower are taken. We'll see a top tower and a mid tower fall for a bot tower of the Radiant. Team Hanju and friends probably pretty happy with where the game is right now.
Yeah.
I think they would be. Like Crave definitely. Crave is not tilted right now. Crave tilt status equals false.
Yeah, can we go to the tilted meter? Can we get a reading on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you think?
0.
0. He's calm. He's top of the network.
6-0-3, highest level, highest network.
He's having a good time, and he's heading to the TD finals. He knows it. He can feel it.
And he ended up getting the Sanj as well. So Mag's
Oh, yeah.
coming after.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
That is good call. Good call.
Leshrac playing a pretty passive game for the last 5 minutes. I thought he was going to come at them pretty hard when he got that Yules. Black Team are only 200 gold away, so maybe that's the item.
They just messed up that one fight, so it's pretty hard.
I think Fok talked a little bit about like the timing and like what they need to do with the Lesh. I tend to agree with him. Like, I feel like hitting that timing with a Lesh and having someone kind of do stuff on the map, especially when you have something like a Weaver as your position 1, you kind of want to be a little bit more aggressive on this objective taking. Right now they're kind of behind. They don't have the mid tower.
Jimmy, interestingly, has come back to 2nd place in the network after having not a bad start, but not a great start. He's going to kind of run away with that right now, right? The Echo Saber and the Shadow Blade, and soon the Chrysalis. They're going to be looking pretty good if they keep trading farm at this rate. I can't see Hanju's team being unhappy with that.
So I really wanted to see Poppycat go Blink, mainly to blow up the Weaver. Weaver's lack of boots, who knows? Maybe he'll just walk up and kill him.
I mean, I think also Hanju on the Sand King allows him to play a bit more of a...
I think Blink is very important because you follow up on the Sand King.
Yeah.
100% dead.
Fight bots, Jakiro picked off, and there's the stun onto Leshrac, who pops the BKB and blows up the Sand King immediately. Glimpse back onto the Oracle, who's going to get 2-shot. And there's the Witch Doctor as well.
There's that Daedalus.
The Disruptive Blink. So that's a Daedalus reveal and a BKB reveal. And an absolutely blown up Radiant team there. Is this their timing?
Yeah, I like this timing. Like, they're really strong. They should be able to get this tier 2 at bot. The only downside is Leshrac is a bit low in mana, but like the Weaver here, I mean, before the Axe comes out of Void Spirit, and we just click it. He's actually going BKB. Before the Axe comes out of Void Spirit,
here comes the T2 push. I mean, with the Weaver, Daedalus, the Leshrac, and a Jakiro, that is some crazy tower push that they possess right now. Kenny, while you're here, what objectives do you reckon that they're going to be looking to push early? Is it just towers, or is it they're going to go for an early racks, or?
I think they're going to need to take mid tower, and then they're going to need to take Rosh. I think Jay feels very uncomfortable taking fights without having their use. There's always a risk of Jay getting popped in one shot by a Tiny.
Yeah. What do you think about, for everyone, the Satanic before the BKB on the Weaver?
Questionable.
That counters silence, but
it's questionable.
No, like, it does counter that, but right now there's a Sand King, there's a Witch Doctor, there's a Void Spirit, and a Tiny you gotta worry about, right?
Yeah.
Any one of those lands the initiation on you, and you're a bootsless Jay, no boots Weaver, it's gonna be really hard to survive that without.
You're gonna be a time lapse over, but you're gonna be dead by the time.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're just giving boosts and going full damage, you 100% need BKB for like third item after you get third item. So you're popping the supports with your BKB, and you're getting you're basically winning the fight by killing the supports.
Yeah, so, and, like without that, you're time lapsing into like the low bracket.
So Jay putting a clinic on greed for all of us to watch, and you watch. He's gonna win because of it. Because every time Jay proves a point in my history, Jay has proven a point. So let's have a look at that one play out. Dire grouping up at the mid T2 and smoking as 4 without the Weaver. Can they afford to take fights without the Weaver? Seems like a pretty critical source of their damage.
If it's a 4-4, maybe.
Rotating to the to the triangle. Witch Doctor moving out, but here comes Jimmy lumbering up the hill.
Doesn't have BKB.
And there's the Weaver to connect. TPs.
Big damage
the
from
top tower.
Oracle.
From the Void Spirit. Big entry by the Void Spirit. He almost blows up. He blows up the Dawnbreaker.
No, Dawnbreaker.
Fight. Here comes the Sand King ult to clean up on the Disruptor. A 4-man ice path from Lap. Not enough to break up the fight. Really quick TP there from Tim, splitting up the fight in 2. Tim doing Tim things, huh?
Really good.
Are you happy with that trade? 3 for Tiny?
think so.
If you
Like,
assume.
I think they're
Has he
happy
got
with
the
the
Ags
fight.
yet? How did he do that? It was amazing. He like, oh, it's just the power of his resonant pulse, I guess.
Just hit him
I
all.
mean, he is
He's
level.
got the talents. 12% spell amp and the resonant pulse.
I think he only
Right,
just
right.
got up from that fight, but yeah, he is really high level compared to everyone.
Yeah, he absolutely sliced that team fight in two. He split
Mm.
it really nicely, and I think Hanju cleaned up with that epicenter, full duration epicenter afterwards. It's just really nice.
It's a little bit what Fox mentioned before. It's like Jay with that BKB meant that he couldn't just stand there and fight, right? He had to like run away.
Yeah.
There was nothing to stand between Tim and the rest of the team. Like, you get a BKB there, that means he fights Tim. And he probably would kill Tim, I think. Like,
Justin not thrilled that his tower under threat. Hanju with the stun, but glimpsed back. Windy
goes Oracle.
ults on the same spot in the middle of the team fight there, and they get the Oracle and the Witch Doctor in return. Here comes Tim though.
Oh,
Milo drops the ult on him. BKB popped. And is he
He
going to
was
get Justin? He's got Justin there, and he's going to
my God, he's
TP
gonna
away
lose.
under the cover of
Tim's
the BKB.
just-
That is an absolute clinic from Tim.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
just
He's just on fire. He doesn't give a fuck right now.
yeah.
He's feeling it.
Can I
He's
get a
just
check in on the Tim tiltometer?
-1.
Minus
negative.
one. He's
One
feeling
negative.
himself. I reckon it's a -2.
Dude, they literally just stole 2 neutral items.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Weaver just stole a blast rig.
Oh,
no.
no. That was the
No.
item that won them the game.
And the cooking.
Item that won them the game.
Dude,
How did that happen?
Jimmy was just farming and he wasn't watching, obviously. And he just left
my
2
God.
neutral items in the 18 pack.
Jimmy, what are you doing today?
Well, doesn't matter because
I think
Tim is feeling sexy, and he's really dictating the pace of this game. He knew exactly what he wanted. He's like, I'm going to kill Justin, and it's exactly what he did. That was unreal.
The key point here that Tucker's brought up is no shard for Jay.
Okay.
So there's no swarm, there's no AoE damage because it does prop the dataless. So it would actually be quite a bit of team fight damage. Like, if he lands swarm on the team and he gets those 2 hits off, that's a lot of damage going out.
Are you telling me that it's very similar to the hypothermia?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
so.
No respect for the Tucker shards.
I just think that there's other items he needs to like help assassinate the backline rather than doing AoE team damage.
BKB.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
the
Bit of-
nullifier. He's
bit of-
taking a leaf out of MZ's book.
Who's this?
Jay.
RJ, yeah.
I'd like
Bit
to
of
just
clustering about. Go on.
I'd like to just see him carry dust. Really good item for a slot, especially when you're a hero like Weaver. Always tell that to all of my cores that tend to be jumping into the enemy team. Like, please carry dust. There is
Tim,
a limit there.
Tim asking where his neutral items were.
Touch
Justin would have
is silent.
Dude, he would have wanted that cooking and charm.
Yeah.
On
I'm
your
good.
point, Ray, Weaver actually did dust the Sanking, but he quickly blinked away, so got away last fight. Otherwise, he was dead as well.
Interesting.
He
I think
did
the,
clean
the,
up everyone there on the back, almost.
the key one here is Witch Doctor.
Sanking initiating on the Dawnbreaker, Void Spirit cleaning up thereafter with the Avalanche to boot. Can they get Lap as well? Casper charging in front, drops the dust. There's the stun onto Lap.
Oh,
and the Witch Doctor
holy-
ults.
The
Goodbye.
Thunder Mesh just misses. But
The amount of magic damage though that comes out, the Avalanche. I mean, it's almost like Jimmy's playing more of a mid tiny than a safe lane carry.
he does have big B now, so maybe he just won't get deleted in fights.
Yeah, for sure.
Crave is hunting Jay.
He sees him. What? What is he standing there?
It's alright, he got the ancient.
And they're chipping away at mid tower. Tiny chonking. And there's the catch onto the disruptor. Ult dropped from the disruptor. Catches no one in it. They're quite happy with that trade. Weaver comes in on the back line, but has no BKB, so he cannot fight.
He Satanics it off, actually. Satanics is down for 25 seconds.
Oh, he used it as a dispel, did he?
Yep.
Nice. And there's the mid tower taken by the Tiny. 3 hits, and the last 20% is gone. Wow! There's the catch, forcing the BKB of the Leshrac. Dawnbreaker ult used, nothing gained from it. Bugs thrown out. Catches the Void Spirit? No. And he's been silenced? He turns with the silence, pops the BKB, dissimulates.
He's stuck in the trees.
BKB blown from the Dawnbreaker while we see Tim getting back to his roots in the forest.
Oh, he's baiting. He wants this kill.
Does he catch the Weaver? He
Oh.
doesn't. Who needs boots when you have slow Shukuchi? The Sand King catching again and again critical heroes and setting up those pickoffs. Hunter is still switched on. He did not have enough game.
Yeah.
Is that enough to get them to TD finals? We'll find out soon. Ray Hope finds
Need to get this guy to play
Observer Road.
Counter-Strike.
Oh, and there's
Oh
the
my
Leshrac being
God.
caught out by the Tiny and the Void Spirit. 4 hit.
Get Jay.
And Jay uses his ult, gets thrown up in the air. No one's got dust because that is a really high MR item. And he walks it off.
Tim has
Balls
his
with
phase
that
now.
dust.
What about this Oracle with Naked Boots, Ether Lens, and 2,200 gold?
He might be going for Ghost. I'm not sure.
Blink.
Yeah, maybe so Blink. Because it's really hard for him to
yeah.
follow up on
Blink.
his team that's blinking in.
Haste Rune in the river are going to be found by Hanju. Can they move with that? They're pushing out top with Tim, who's already got his Ags. Sorry, I missed that pickup. I think
Alright,
I
I think he's
saw.
saving
Did I
for buyback.
see a silent stick on the Weaver? The neutral
No, he
item?
had the
Yeah, it's
Mindbreaker.
Yeah, okay. And with their decent vision of the Rosh Pit, they move straight in. Hanju pushing out top. And
Maledict's
using his haste
used.
rune. Yes. Maledict on the Rosh. Big brain plays. Rosh on 50%, and it does not look like Team Milo's either worked it out or gives a shit. What do you think?
They just scanned. So
Yeah, okay.
it's too late.
So, like,
Yeah, they're trying to smack down, but
Rosh on 20%.
they
Gotta
might make
feel
it
that.
just
Oh,
before.
there's another Maledict used. What's going on here?
yeah, they're actually taking this so
They're not
slowly.
taking it so slowly. Hunter's being picked out at the
BKB goes off.
BKB. Massive resonant pulse from the Void Spirit absolutely deletes the health of the Radiant Adaya team. And Hunter gets his BKB stun in the back of it. Buyback from the Oracle. Fight's still kicking on. We see Witch Doctor drop. There goes Justin to a second resonant pulse. Jakiro trying to control the part.
Oh,
And
good
Weaver.
Dawnbreaker.
Can he
Good
pick up?
Dawnbreaker.
He might die,
Weaver, is
yeah.
he gonna get the kill? He's got the kill. He's got a triple kill in this fight. He's picked up the 2 supports. Oh, the support and the Sand King.
Oh, it's a
He's
dieback from
hunting.
Ray.
He's hunting for Ray. Unfortunately, this buyback is not going to be game winning. The Mindbreaker silencing him before the Germinator attack finishes him off. What the fuck are these resonant pulses though? Did you see up top? It took like the 50% of every single hero out.
That was huge. I feel like
A lot of
the
AoE
like
damage.
so that was a rough fight because like if you saw the way the execution went, they jumped Hanju. Hanju got a stun off on the THD.
Yeah.
The Resident Pulse came out and everyone was low, like they were hovering around that 30% mark, but the Tiny was still in the Roshan pit killing Rosh. So the follow-up damage wasn't there. There was
Yeah.
no Maledicts because Maledict was used on Roshan twice.
And they take mid tower through the back door. Can we also talk about how slow they killed Rush? After last game where both teams were absolutely slicing through him, it was really weird to see him like. They would have won that fight if they took Rush 3 seconds earlier, right? Like,
Yeah, I
They
think
don't
so.
really have a Roche team.
Yeah.
It's like only the Tiny doing the damage, right?
We've got the poke on the mid tower. A pretty convincing poke, to be honest. Disruptor ult dropped, catches no one, but it could be a zoning ult perhaps. But nothing of it in the end. And it looks like Team Dire is going to be happy to back off with everyone coming back online. And no buybacks forced, unfortunately. Pretty hard team to go high ground against, right?
I think it's okay. Like there is a lot of burst. Like let's say the Aegis was on the opposing team, I think they'd be okay to poke at Roche, but because they don't have the Aegis and the Aegis is kind of on the time, they really don't want to take a high ground
They're
fight.
looking for catch him bottom. Sandking gets the stun onto Justin.
Oh,
Who BKBs with like 5% health. But that's going to be enough, it looks like, with Weaver coming in forward. Taking up 60% of the Sand King's health. How did Justin survive? I thought that was the biggest BKB wasted, but he walks it off. Tim choosing merciful... I don't know what it is. But he decides not to kill the Justin.
Just missed his jump, so it was like behind the trees, so couldn't auto attack him.
Unfortunate. Had his BKB as well. Chose not to use it. Really interesting.
It's him.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get stunned or anything. He just like because his jump was a bit off.
Yeah, but he could have kept going, couldn't he, with the BKB?
Well, he used all his cooldowns. It's like what
Ah,
was
so he's got no spells. Yeah, he can
Yeah,
I think
go.
he got glimmered and once again no dust.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Weaver did a really good job of counter-initiating onto the Sand King, so they didn't really have the second catch.
Yeah.
Tiny with his big stick finishing off the bot tower. I don't know who's up. Can someone tell me?
I think it's Tim's team, but Jimmy needs a big blink.
Yeah, I think it is Tim's team, and it's what Fox said. No blink equaled no burst on this like Weaver, right?
Yeah, like Jimmy just needs to follow up on whoever Hanju stunned, and that's a dead hero.
Yeah, Hanju has been catching people so well, hasn't he?
He has.
Any follow up on like whoever Hanju stuns with Tim plus Jimmy is a dead hero. Right?
Yeah, Void Spirit tried to TP onto that crit wave to kill Justin, but he just blasted it out with 2 pulses.
Especially with no BKB.
Jimmy going into the rush pit, I'm not sure why. Oh, just to walk through it. Okay, sure.
Efficiency and farming.
He's just flexing. I got spider legs. What you gonna do about it?
Taking Dota's version of the M5.
That's right.
It's
I would call it the
that
M5.
separates the
I call it the
carries.
M8. Okay, Weaver going onto the Sand King in mid, having to pop the BKB, and he's dead anyway.
Wow.
That's some crazy damage from the Weaver there with the Nullifier and the Daedalus. He has popped the Satanic though. He's got the Mindbreaker off cooldown though, and it looks like Reiho's sick jukes will not be enough with that ward vision there. 3 hits, and he is dead.
The Gemini talent.
I just wanted to say.
Oh, Leshrax picked off. Sorry, I completely missed that. Well, that's a pretty good trade, right? And here comes the Void Spirit popping the BKB of the...
Vision.
Oh no.
No dust!
Buyback from the Sand King, and he's got the stun onto the Weaver. There's Maledict.
The Sand King
There's
is
the
dust.
epicenter, but that's not enough. He's just going to walk it off because dust is a high MMR item. Dawnbreaker, having had his BKB used up, will die though, picked off by the Tiny. But oh my gosh, this Weaver is surviving every single time. Lap absolutely breaking Tim's ankles. What a player with a haste rune, but still very good, very cool.
I just wanted to highlight, right? Like, Tucker got his wish. The shard came out, and I'm just saying the game felt like it turned around when the shard came out.
Yeah, that's why Tucker is the smartest man in
Yeah,
Rainbow.
surely not that bad Roche fight.
Surely not. It's a shard.
Said it once, I'll say it
The
again.
question is, did he have the shard for that fight?
Who knows?
That's the real question.
Danny, can you shut the fuck up? We're building a narrative here, okay? Tucker, Einstein of Rectum. You know, who needs BKB when the other team refuses to buy dust, right?
Yeah,
That's true. Big brain play from Jay.
If anything, Weaver is flexing because he's bought dust himself.
Yeah, I'd like to think he bought us. Can someone please check? I think Jay has Jay's got a spy in the ranks. Someone's feeding him info.
Yeah, except they gave him the wrong info. We keep screaming buy dust, and so Jay bought dust. Who's got? Oh, it's the Silver Edge for the Tiny, of course.
Yeah, and Casper's.
Yeah, Tiny's picked up the Satanic, and he's just also picked up a Pentedge sword, which he immediately backpacks the spider legs for. Let's hear from Kenny with his incisive thoughts. What's the next timing for both these teams?
I don't think there is a timing. I think from this point onwards, it's just about the fights, and how the fights go. Like both teams have enough damage to kill the other team. It's just who gets caught out first, basically.
Yeah.
But I'd really like to see Jimmy get a blink though. That's the most crucial point is actually getting the jump on Jay. I think Tim is probably yelling at his team just focus on Jay and just destroy him because he knows he doesn't have a big heavy Jim. Yeah, he's been really greedy with that. The moment you get him caught with the stuns, I think he just dies. But you need to get on top of him with the Tiny and everyone.
I think Tim needs to swap his wand out for a dust, like you guys said. Because if he's going to be the one jumping up...
Everyone's BKB timers are very low. Everyone's on 6 except for the Tiny, as we watch the Disruptor get blown up. Poor Milo is not having a fun game. There's so much damage. Smoke from the Radiant team as they see the Weaver, but Jay with his 6th sense which has allowed him to not get a BKB, allows him once again to escape.
It's a strange timing here because, like,
oh, they're looking to pick off Tim at top, but he also has a 7th sense and walks it off. Comes back though.
They smoked under that ward in the jungle. So
Tragedy. Sorry, Tucker, while you're here, are there any other Aghanim shards that we should be buying right now?
Yes, Tim.
Yeah, Tim, I was going to say.
Danny, you piece of shit, I swear to God.
Sorry, Tucker.
That's okay.
Silence onto the Dawnbreaker. BKB popped. Stun onto Leshrac, who also pops the BKB.
The Weaver's coming behind to pick off the supports.
Here comes Weaver. Ray hides in the bushes. Here comes the Dawnbreaker ult.
Wow, Ray. I didn't see champion.
They found Ray, and they've got a sentry!
Wow.
They've got a sentry!
Protection!
We did it!
Whoever made that was the champion.
Weaver just walked into that disseminate.
That's so tragic. Poor Jay. Didn't realize that there are other forms of vision. What is that? Did you see that?
The remnant.
That's like Kenny into someone else's butt that I will not mention.
I'm gonna say Casper MVP at this rate bought Sentry Wards.
What a player.
I don't know if you guys were watching that, but like there was a sequence before Jay's death where Jimmy was trying to run up to Justin to kill him, and he just couldn't walk up to Justin at all by the time the stun ended. It's really sad watching him this time. He tried to walk up.
Without the blink.
It's getting kited, right?
He's just walking behind, yeah. Resonant Pulse picks off the Dawnbreaker. Buyback from the Weaver. Buyback from the Dawnbreaker. They deleted 3. Can they get Jimmy? No, he TPs away, and so does Tim, who kills off the Jakiro before he does. His BKB wears off, and they get the Yules onto him. That's probably going to be a dead Tim. He blinks, he dives, but unfortunately, he also dies.
I'm not sure if anyone saw at that top fight before, like Rayho's positioning there with the Oracle, which eventually ended up catching the
Weaver. The trees, didn't he? Yeah.
I'm promoting for, like, I think hide and seek champion 2021 there. Like,
he was very good. I thought he
was
sliced. Danny, do you reckon that's worth it? 2 buybacks and a dead Jakiro for 4 dead.
Yeah.
And Rush.
Oh no, they just missed them by a second.
Rush spawns.
Maybe Milo.
Milo is an MVP, and no, he's not. He walks past the Rush pit.
Yeah, so they don't get Rush here. I think Radiant's definitely.
I was about to say, is it worth it without the Rush? And as Jay left the pit, Rush respawns.
You know, they might be able to force Tim's buyback here.
Potentially.
Man, they shred that tower.
Fortify popped by the Radiant. That Leshrac shard is probably, I reckon, the most value shard in the game. After maybe Hypothermia. It's pretty disgusting when you can create Venn diagrams like that.
Yeah, it's so hard to fight into that.
Yeah.
Especially
Popped. There's so many ag shards. Tucker must be having a field day.
Popped, actually. BKB popped.
Whoa. Sorry, I shouldn't be owing.
Why are they fighting this?
Lifesteal's back. Nullifier onto the Oracle, who uses the ult on himself. Casper was about to walk off, but decided to throw a stun. And Jimmy retreats back to the fountain.
That was a terrible fight. Like, Tim's spawning in 10 seconds. You don't want to do that. Just give up the racks, then get a
there you go.
Yeah, but all things considered, only a dead Witch Doctor off the back of that, so not a costly mistake.
Yeah,
and now they move straight to the Rush Pit. Buyback from Casper, because they're not going to give up this Rush in a hurry. Here comes Tim with the BKB, blows up the Disruptor. Tiny joins the fight. Ice Path on 3 into the Macropire. Where's the BKB?
Weaver goes down.
Oh my god, the Satanic from the Tiny. And he throws his tree to finish off the Dawnbreaker. That's going to hurt.
I think that might be GG.
Here's the Rush Pit. Absolutely begging to be taken. Are they just going to go through
a little bit of a J throw, right? Going back to the... I think... Was it because he got caught in the smoke out?
He held on to the MZ strap for too long. He bought the BKB too late.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think BKB needs to come out now.
It was a pretty sick initiative by the Jakiro, right? He Ice Path 3 and Macropied all of them. But they just kind of walked through it. I don't even know if Jimmy popped his BKB. I don't think he did.
No, he didn't have it because he used that.
Okay. Who's taking the Ag shot? Tucker, quickly. Who's taking it?
Should be Void Spirit.
Yeah, Tim, Danny, thank you for holding yourself back. I know you had the answer there.
Nah, I wasn't paying attention.
Don't lie to me. Leshrac is pushing down mid.
All right, guys. After that mid fight, what do you think the tilt meter on Crave is right now? Is it back to zero?
It's back to zero. It's back to zero. He didn't have to buy back. I think the buyback would have really, really upped it up a couple of notches.
He's got Aegis now. He's happy.
Quick call out. Can I have a quick shout out for the little artwork there of the leaning tower of Tim and Hanju?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well done by Milo.
Wait, is that Hanju? I thought that was Justin.
Oh, it's Justin. Sorry,
yeah. I think it's Justin and Tim.
It's Justin tilting Tim. Yeah, amazing. Oh my God, Tiny 4 hits the range racks, and he 6 hits or 7 hits the melee. They're going to go for the GG push. 20 seconds still on the Weaver. They'll probably get the towers. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the game, though. Resonant Pulse once again. Oh, and the Ravage from the Hanju. Here comes the ult for points. Buyback immediately by the Disruptor, because they know that the game is here. Meanwhile, Tiny is wailing on the Ancient.
I thought.
And that is GG, I believe. Buyback on the Disruptor. And game over. Crave 2 O's.
What a game.
Team Dawnbreaker.
With that, we have Team Milo dropping down to the lower bracket, taking on the winner of Team New Zealand and Team Stew. Thoughts on that game, Kenny? Who needs blinks? Am I right?
That is
Didn't
correct.
matter.
It didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't really matter. But I would like to see either a BKB on Jay or a blink on Jimmy to make the game easier for either team.
100%. They definitely seem to make it harder for themselves. Hanju on the Sand King. My nomination for MVP. What do you guys think?
Nah, I think it's Tim this game.
Yeah, you got it right. It has to be Tim. Hanju's
He
second.
made so much space.
Hanju's MVP for the series. Can I say that?
Yeah,
After his game 1.
I mean, game 1, Tim also played pretty well. Can't deny that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But Hanju definitely also, like, I think HJAF played very well, all their players, except for Puppy Cat. Fuck you, Puppy Cat.
Irrespective, this is the team to beat. Team to beat, right? Like this, they are well and truly the unrivaled.
Yeah, I think it's I think both teams actually play a very similar strategy. Justin makes space and the carry goes and rises really hard. And it's basically, I think it comes down to whoever has the harder carry at the end of the day.
I feel like Weaver maybe should have got a Scardy instead of a Nullifier, so he could like man fight Tiny perhaps.
But I think he bought it so they could delete supports. But he needed a BKB before Satanic.
If he wanted to man fight Tiny, he'd just buy a BKB. He could man fight like Tiny straight
Oh, he did have a BKB.
Yeah. What about
He didn't use it.
What about the Justin Lesh though? Do you think that worked? He didn't really control the pace of the game, anything like what Tim did.
Yeah, because I think that came down to the draft where he had to be the one pushing, and Dawnbreaker followed up. But they tried that early, and Tim cancelled Dawnbreaker's ult. So they fucked up that fight. And then I think they're just like behind from there or like afraid to go from there.
Anyway,
I think it came down to draft.
Before we degenerate into madness, congrats to Team Tim. Let's get votes for MVP of the series. Kenny, who are you giving it to?
Thank you.
Probably Tim.
Tim, my vote is hard for Hanju. Danny?
I would say Tim, but
you motherfucker.
Fuck you, Tim. I'm good with 100.
Attaboy. Ray?
I'm kidding.
Still the blast rig.
The blast rig? Tucker?
The Ag Shards, of course.
Of course. And NG?
Alright, go Tim.
Okay, well then it's a split vote. 2 for Tim, 2 for Hanju, 1 for the Ag Shard on the hypothermia, and 1 for the blast rig. Missing in both games. Found in the first, lost in the second. Rest in peace. Never forget. Alright guys, that's game 2. Good luck to Tim in the Team Hanju in the upper bracket finals, and good luck to Team Milo in the lower bracket finals.
Bad luck to Milo.
Isn't Tim straight into the grand final, you mean?
He Crave.
Yeah, sorry. This was the upper bracket finals. You're right. Straight in the grand
Do you
final.
know how close you were to throwing game 1?
Us? Team HJAF?